Good Day to Die Hard has the villain Komarov trying to kill John McClane, and John's son Jack McClane is helping Komarov, and then he works for John sometime in the movie, and he's mad at his dad. So the positives on this film are the chase with John McClane chasing Jack McClane in a truck is pretty cool. So I kind of like that. And the last positive is, at least it's only an hour and a half. I don't have to sit through a 2.5 hour movie. So this is the shortest Die Hard movie, so that's good. Now on to the negatives. The first negative, the movie is very slow, and the action feels uninspired and very generic. There's cars crashing, bullets being fired, bombs blowing up, but nothing really feels that special about it. Another negative is does it even feel plausible that one of John McClane's kids would work with a bad guy? Like, that really didn't feel like what Jack McClane would do. That really doesn't feel like what a McClane would do, or that one of John's kids would be like that. And it really doesn't seem plausible that one of his kids legitimately hates John. Like, in the previous movie, Lucy was not happy with her dad, but she didn't despise him. Here, Jack despises him. And I mean, like, Lucy didn't like John spying on her, which, that's understandable, but Jack, I don't even know. And I mean, like, he outright hates John McClane. Another negative is the character, Bruce Willis's character, doesn't even really feel like John McClane when he hits a guy. Not to defend himself, he doesn't try to defend himself. It's just kind of like a civilian. He just hits him so that he can take his truck. He even drives over cars, endangering lives of people, which, again, it doesn't make it feel like he's the real John McClane. I don't think the setting really stands out. It's kind of just like a generic city. Nothing really stood out too much. So this is probably the worst city, the worst setting for a Die Hard movie. Like, I didn't love the city from Live Free or Die Hard. I was in the negatives. But that was super small negative, and I guess this probably is this is probably the smallest negative for this movie, but still, it really doesn't feel like it stands out as much. So, so setting, not really that good. John McClane, quite honestly, just feels tired in the movie. He doesn't have the same energy in all 4 of the previous movies. Like John McClane and Bruce Willis feels like he had energy in all 4 of the previous Die Hard movies. So this one, I'm not really sure. And the last negative is the villain, Komarov, really isn't that impactful. It's a big reveal that he's the villain, or at least it's supposed to be, but why would you have a villain reveal in a Die Hard movie? Because one of the best things in a Die Hard movie is John McClane messing with the villain. So, I mean, like, John McClane messing with Hans Gruber. That's some really good, funny dialogue. And I mean, like, quite honestly, all the dialogue in all 4 movies has some good lines, had some good comebacks between John McClane and the villain. But here, you don't get that because the villain is supposed to be, like, revealed and is, like, supposed to be a big shock. And quite honestly, it's revealed in the last 20 minutes of the film. So you don't get much back and forth between the villain and John McClane. And even Komarov's death is kind of like Hans Gruber's death, falling out of the window, except he gets, I think, chopped up in a helicopter blade, but still falls out of the window. That's I think that's the weakest and most lazy death of a Die Hard villain. So that's it. In the end, A Good Day to Die Hard. In the end, A Good Day to Die Hard is not a good Die Hard movie, and it's not a good action movie. So this movie sucks. Thanks for watching.